Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Star Wars: The Road to 107. This is Chris and I'm in the Backport Studios, and today we got a doozy for you. Many people would probably call this book their holy grail. Not so much for me, and I'll explain why here in a minute. But this is a big boy, and I'm really happy to have this book in the collection at the grade I wanted. When you grow up with Star Wars and saw it when it first got released, and you're buying comics as a kid for 30 cents, 40 cents, and then see, the big comics sitting in comic shops for $10 in perfect condition, or at a show for like $25, or, as time goes by, $100 or $1,000. You look at it, you go, there's no way. I remember when that was on the shelf at 30 cents. There's no way I'm going to pay that much for that book. No way, I'm not going to do it. And then you get to the point where you're just like, I need that book for my collection. And sometimes you go ahead and you spend more money than you probably should. But, you have to kind of wait. You got to have to wait till the deal is right for you. Don't fall for FOMO. Wait for the market is down. Try to buy that dip. Try to buy the book when it's on the downtrend, and not when it's way up high. And that's what I did with this book. The other thing too is it's interesting to note that this book was part of a collection called the Wilbur Collection. A gentleman by the name of Jeff Wilbur just sold his entire collection to Bry's Comics, and he's here in Tampa, Jeff Wilbur, and had this massive collection, sold it to Bry. Bry took the collection or had it shipped up to his home in Montana, and has been slowly selling the collection. And one of those books ended up back in Tampa area, which is kind of funny how it made a big circle. And it went from one really big collection to mine, which I'm super honored and thrilled to have this as part of my collection, because, I've been a Star Wars fan since I was 6, and I had these books when I was a kid and wanted to put this run together for a really, really long time, and the timing was never right. I had 2 full runs of this collection, loose or raw, and wanted a fully graded set, just to say I had it. And to get this book in this condition is a big deal for me. But first off, I want to show you the certificate of authenticity for this book from the Wilbur Collection that Bry's putting out. You might want to hit the pause button on this video if you want to read it, and hopefully you guys can read it here. Like I said, it's an honor to have this book in my collection. From one collector to another, it's in a really good home. It's going to be taken very well cared for, and it's in a safe place, and I'm happy it's with me. But before I go on and on and on, let me show you the book, because we're 3 minutes in and I still haven't showed you the book. And my videos are generally very short. I like to keep them that way. You've got more important things to do than watch a crazy person like me ramble. What it is that guy, Star Wars #1, CGC 9.8, finally a 9.8 in the collection. It's everything a 9.8 could be. Great wrap, a great centering, only one real small manufacturing flaw, and unless I pointed it out, you probably never would have noticed it. A lot of people's holy grails. It's not mine, honestly. I say that in all honesty. This is not my Star Wars comic holy grail. It really isn't. It's one of my one that I've wanted for forever. I have a 9.0 in this, signed by Howard Chaykin, that I'll probably throw up on eBay if it isn't already, to help offset the cost on this. My holy grail would be the 35-cent price variant of this issue, which is way more rare. You can Google search 35-cent price variant Star Wars, and you can learn all about it. A couple of test markets were toying with the idea of having 35-cent comics, and Marvel was playing with it, and eventually they ended up going to 35 and then 40 cents. But this one is available in limited quantities. They say less than 1,500 possibly of the 35-cent variant. Issues 2, 3, and 4 are the same way. So if you find an issue 2, 3, and 4 with the square price tag here, the UPC, and the non-reprint that says 35 cents, then you've got yourself a good one. But just be careful, because there were some counterfeits of these back in the day. People had fun making counterfeits. Try to get one that's been authenticated by CGC, or buy from a reputable dealer, because there are counterfeits of this out there. So here's a look at the back. To say that have a Star Wars 1 is not a big deal would be, be foolish. It is a pretty big, Bronze Age book. One of the big ones from this era. It's just hard for me to get crazy excited about this book, because they were everywhere. You could go anywhere and pick up a copy of this, sitting on a shelf at a comic shop for $10 raw, like late 80s, early 90s, mid 90s. These were so affordable, you couldn't give these away. And now the prices on some of these are just jacked through the roof. And good on collectors for getting this. Same thing happened with the Star Wars trading card market. You could not give away Star Wars trading cards to save your life. You could go to any flea market, pick up sets of Star Wars cards. They were everywhere. And now a rookie, quote unquote rookie Luke Skywalker card goes for big money, and the graded cards prices are through the roof. Same thing with these. Graded goes through the roof, and hard for a guy like me who was there when these got released to be able to pay that kind of money. But I feel I did really well. I don't think I'll ever take a loss on this. I got it at a really good price, and I'm really happy. Thank you to Bryce Comics for making this happen. This was the last major book in the road to 107 for me to get. Star Wars number 1, Star Wars number 2, Star Wars number 42, Star Wars 68, Star Wars 107, just to name a few. The big keys in this series all are now in a CGC 9.8 in my collection. So happy. It's been an amazing run, and I'm not done yet. This is a massive book to get and add to the collection. I know I'm rambling, I apologize. So what about those 35-cent price variants? Will I add them to my collection? Yes, I will. I will not be doing 9/8 in those. You can't afford 9/8 in those. Not the regular collector. I'm a regular collector. I may have a big collection, but it's really offset for me collecting all these years to be able to build up a large collection and be able to sell items to offset the price of these guys. There is a Star Wars number 4 on eBay right now at a CGC 9.8 for $19,000. That's insane. So me, I'll probably be looking at mid-grade, 5, 6, 7, 8-ish, not higher than that. Just can't justify the cost for a 35-cent price variant, although I do want them in my collection, and I will get them in my collection, but I really wanted the standard releases in a 9/8. That's it for today, guys. Super stoked, super happy. Star Wars number 1, CGC 9/8, part of the Wilbur collection. Super thrilled to have it. Thanks again to Bryce Comics and Jeff Wilbur for making this happen. Really appreciate it. Until next time, we'll see you later, guys. Have a great day. Bye.